Hi there, thank you so much again for joining me on this channel. As always, I'm very grateful for all your previous views, likes, subscriptions and shares. Welcome to an increasingly gloomy basement. I actually do have an extra lamp in here, but it's not doing a lot of good. I'm so sorry I haven't been around for a while. I was a bit unwell, then I was better again, then I was poorly, then I was unwell. Then there were internet problems, so it is just great to be back. March the 3rd is World Book Day, so a perfect excuse and reason to have a look at some holy books in religious traditions. I selected 6 faiths, they're all presented in alphabetical order to make sure we treat them with dignity and respect, and I picked one holy book to look at and just give some facts and figures. I do hope that you find it interesting, so let's crack on. First religion is Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, who after he found enlightenment was called the Buddha. Buddha literally means to be awake and awake to the truth. The Tipitaka is made up of the teachings and sayings of the Buddha. I think one of the reasons why it's called the Tipitaka is because originally it would have been written on leaves that were flattened and then put into baskets. Another reason is perhaps it's because it's in 3 parts. But the important thing is that it was started off as an oral tradition, people telling each other the teachings of the Buddha. And then in about 1087, it was decided to write these things down. You may notice as well sometimes that rather than spelt Tipitaka, it might be spelt Tripitaka. Tipitaka is the original Pali language. Pali comes from the Indian subcontinent. So I wanted to try and keep it as authentic as possible. And as you know by now, apologies for my awful pronunciations. Something that was so cool that I found out while putting this together is that the world's largest book is the Tipitaka. It's in Myanmar, a country in Far East Asia, and it was commissioned by King Mindon. And what he wanted was to have his capital transformed into this amazing Buddhist centre. So there are 730 stone tablets like this. Okay, each one is just over a metre high, and each stone tablet has its own roof and special precious gem on the top. It's literally a large book that you can walk around and read. Quite astonishing. Christianity is a religion founded on the teachings of Jesus. Christians believe that Jesus was the Son of God, and their holy book is known as the Bible. The word Bible comes from an old Greek word, biblia, meaning books, and it's made up of 2 sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. And in the Bible, there are lots of different styles of writing. There's history, there's poetry, there's parables. The first Bible was put together in around about the 4th century. Bible has an interesting place in the history of books being made. In the 1450s, a German named Johannes Gutenberg produced a printed version of the Bible. It was called the 42-line Bible because each page had roughly 42 lines. And what was special is that it was mechanically printed with movable type. It was the world's first mass-produced book. Without Gutenberg's Bible and his method of printing, we wouldn't have the comic books we have today, we wouldn't have the newspapers we have today. It's thanks to him that ideas were able to spread through the printing press. Hinduism began in the area that we know as India about 8,000 years ago, around the Indus region. Hinduism has lots of holy books, so picking one was quite tricky. Perhaps one of the most famous in Hinduism is the Ramayana. It's epic. It's like Lord of the Rings, the Skywalker saga, the Harry Potter series, all put together. It's about 24,000 verses, and it's a moral story. Some scholars think it was written 2,500 years ago. Some say about 1,800 years ago. It contains lessons for life, and it's about how evil can be overcome, and it gives its readers hope that good will prevail. The Ramayana was even made into a TV series in 1987. It was so successful that people stopped going to work because they were desperate to watch it, and it's believed to have had over 100 million viewers. Islam was founded by the Prophet Muhammad. And what's interesting is how the holy book, the Quran, came into being. Muslims, the belief is that the Quran was dictated by the angel Jibril. Dictated means that someone speaks the words to you and then you copy them down. It took a period of about 20 years for Muhammad to write down the Quran. What's even more amazing is that he was illiterate. That meant he couldn't read or write. The first words dictated to Muhammad were, "Read in the name of your Lord." For Muslims, the Quran is the literal word of God, or in Arabic, Allah. There's a wonderful tradition in Islam involving calligraphy, that is the art of writing. And calligraphy has helped to inspire all sorts of art and artwork in the Islamic faith. You can see here, for example, this beautiful shot of a Muslim place of worship, a mosque, showing some of that calligraphy on the walls. Judaism dates back about 4,000 years, and Jews believe they have a special relationship with God, and that relationship was founded on Abraham, who made a covenant, an agreement with God. The Jewish holy book is known as the Tanakh. It's broken down into 3 sections: the Torah, which are the books of the law; the Nevim, which are the prophets. A prophet is someone who has a message from God; and the Ketuvim, which are the writings, including poetry and songs. In a synagogue, the Torah is kept in a special cupboard called an ark. And when the Torah scrolls are read, a stick called a yad is used. Yad means hand. The idea is that you shouldn't touch the scrolls out of respect. This is an amazing object. It is a Torah scroll, and it's believed to be one of the smallest, if not the smallest, in the world. It's only about 2 inches high. But what's amazing is that it is decorated in silver, and it is actually perfectly acceptable to use it in worship. It's a beautiful little object. Sikhi was founded by Guru Nanak in the 1500s. Following him, there were 9 other human gurus. A guru is someone who is wise and give you guidance. It's an amalgamation of the words dark and light, someone who can guide you through the darkness. The final guru in Sikhism is the holy book, the GRANTH SAHIB. And here it is in a Sikh place of worship, a Gurdwara, in an area called the Divan Hall. As you can see, it's placed under a canopy to show how important and significant it is. And the Guru Granth Sahib is used for various rites of passages. So, for example, birth, marriage, joining the Khalsa, and of course, end-of-life rituals. One of the really neat things about the Guru Granth Sahib is that every copy is absolutely identical. So always 1,430 pages. Another intriguing thing is that the Guru Granth Sahib also has writings not just from the gurus of Sikhi, but also Hindu and Muslim writers. Of course, there are plenty more holy books out there, and there are tons more religions, so why not take the time to explore yourself? And of course, when it comes to World Book Day, however you mark it, I do hope it goes well for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you are able to, please do like, subscribe and comment. And by all means, give me some suggestions for some future videos. Until then, enjoy your learning.